All right. No, I'm good. Welcome to our last video for section 6.4. Okay. Means two things. One, the unit's almost over, which also means we're going to have a summative assessment probably on Wednesday. So basically, as the other assignment, basically we took a look at what some of the simple interest calculations are when given a term. Okay. When you're looking with personal loans, lines of credit, or what's that other one? Overdrafts. Now, one of the methods that banks use to calculate or make payments to insure payments that you're making is they take the amount of terms, okay, the period of amortization, the interest that you're being charged, and they create this calculation table. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this on using pen and paper as well. But the key point here is that if you take a look here at the interest rate of 3%, okay, that's what you could possibly get. Term in years, 1 to 5. And basically, this is per $1,000 you would borrow. Okay, so if you only borrowed $1,000 at 3% for 12 months, you would pay $84.69. If you only borrowed $1,000 at 3% for 2 years, every month you would pay $42.98, and so on and so forth. The lowest being if you paid over 5 years. But this also means the most interest, because if we take a look at the 3% monthly here, $84.69. Okay, so 84 clear, 84.69 over 12 months. You're going to pay $1,016 back. Now that extra $16 is the interest, as well as some things like administrative fees. If we take the $42 a month one would pay, okay, so $42.98. $42.98 times the 24 months you would take to pay it back. You see, it's a little bit more. Instead of $1,016, you're paying $1,031. Okay. Now, I know the nicest one is the $1,797, but let's take a look what you would pay back. It's only on $1,000. Okay. So $1,797 times 5 times 12 is 60. You're going to pay back at the end of the term $1,078.20. So basically, that's how it looks. You read the chart, you walk your way over. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted to borrow $5,000. Okay, $5,000 we'll use the same interest rate at 3%. I wanted to pay it back over 5 years. Well, they're not going to let me only pay back the $1,797 because that's per thousand. So you have to take this number, $1,797, and multiply it by 5 because I want to buy 5,000. So 17, what did I say, 98? 97.97 times 5. Okay. So every month I would have to pay back $89.85. Okay. That's for 5 years. So you multiply that by 60. So if I borrowed that amount, took that long to pay it back, and let's say I said 5,000 minus the 5,000 I had initially borrowed, okay, I'm going to pay back an extra $300.91 in interest, okay, and other fees. That's basically how you use that chart. I'll show you a couple examples on paper, and then there'll be an assignment. Like I said, this unit is pretty much over now. So we move on to the last one, which is budgeting. All right. Let's get to the next video.